When God sent the prophet Samuel to choose the next king of Israel, everyone expected greatness, height, strength, power. But God didn't choose the strongest. He didn't choose the smartest. He didn't choose the most handsome. He chose the shepherd boy. Why? Why did God pass over 7 brothers and choose David? This is the story of what God sees when no one else is looking. The Lord had rejected King Saul. His pride had separated him from God. So God said to the prophet Samuel, "Go to Bethlehem, to the house of Jesse, for I have chosen one of his sons to be king." Samuel obeyed, though he was afraid. Saul was still on the throne. But when God calls, obedience matters more than comfort. In Bethlehem, the people trembled when they saw Samuel arrive. He said, "Do not fear. I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Bring your sons." And one by one, Jesse's sons came before the prophet. First came Eliab, the eldest, tall, strong, confident. Samuel looked at him and thought, "Surely, this is the Lord's anointed." But God whispered, "Do not consider his appearance or height, for I have rejected him." The Lord does not look at what people look at. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Then came Abinadab, then Shammah, and 4 more after them. Each looked like a leader. Each seemed worthy. But God said nothing. Samuel turned to Jesse, puzzled. "Are these all your sons?" Jesse hesitated. "There is still the youngest, but he's out in the fields, tending the sheep." While his brothers gathered with the prophet, David was alone. The sun beat down on his shoulders, and the dust clung to his feet. But out there in the quiet hills, something sacred was happening, something even his family couldn't see. David wasn't just watching sheep. He was fighting battles no one applauded. He was singing songs no one heard. He was being faithful in a place no one valued. Sometimes God trains his greatest warriors in places where no one is watching. David had killed a lion. He had fought off a bear. But he didn't boast about it. Not once. Because he knew those victories weren't about proving his strength. They were about proving God's faithfulness. He learned courage in silence. He learned worship in solitude. He learned humility in the shadows. And when the world overlooks you, God is building something inside you that the world can't see yet. David arrives, dusty, breathless, the smell of sheep still on his clothes. He wasn't dressed for royalty. He wasn't prepared for a ceremony. He didn't even know his name was being discussed. But the moment he stepped in, heaven recognized him. Samuel's eyes widened. God spoke instantly. "Rise and anoint him. This is the one." Oil poured down David's forehead, warm, fragrant, heavy with purpose. In that moment, the youngest became the chosen. The ignored became the anointed. The forgotten became the future king. His brothers stared in disbelief. Some confused, some amazed, some jealous. But God's calling on your life does not require anyone else's approval. From that day forward, the Spirit of God rushed upon David. Not because he was perfect, but because his heart was available. Why did God choose David over his brothers? Because David had what they didn't: intimacy with God. He wasn't performing. He wasn't pretending. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was simply a boy who loved God when no one was watching. And God still chooses the same kind of people today. Not the ones with titles. Not the ones with applause, but the ones with a heart that whispers, "Lord, I am yours." God chose David because he had a humble heart, he had a listening spirit, he had a warrior's courage, he had a worshiper's soul, and this is the truth. God often hides his greatest kings in the quiet fields before he reveals them to the world. If you've ever felt unseen, overlooked, or underestimated, remember, David was too. But God saw a king where others saw a shepherd. And he sees something great in you too. From the story of David, prepare to receive 7 profound messages that will move you, challenge you, and remind you of God's calling on your life. Number 1, God sees you. No matter who has overlooked you, no matter who has forgotten your name, God sees your heart, your faithfulness, and your quiet battles. Just like David, your time is coming. 2, you are not behind. If it feels like others are getting ahead while you're still in the field, remember, God trains his greatest warriors in hidden places. You are not late. You are being prepared. 3, your heart matters more than your status. God is not looking for perfection. He's looking for a willing heart. If God could take a shepherd nobody believed in and turn him into a king, he can do the same with you. 4, the anointing finds you. You don't have to chase positions, titles, or people's approval. When God chooses you, the anointing will find you. Even if you're in the field, even if no one invites you, even if the world forgets you. 5. Don't despise your small beginnings. Your lonely seasons have purpose. Your hidden years are shaping you. Your quiet victories matter to God. Keep being faithful. Greatness grows in the shadows. 6. Your story isn't over if you've been wounded, rejected, or underestimated. God can still use you. David's journey proves that your past doesn't disqualify you. It prepares you. 7. God chooses the unlikely. The world chooses the strongest. God chooses the willing. The world looks at the appearance. God looks at the heart. And He delights in using the unlikely to do the unbelievable. If this story spoke to you, if you've ever felt overlooked, if you believe God is preparing something in the quiet places of your life, then this channel is for you. Subscribe for more on Faith Files to get videos that strengthens your faith. Like this video to help it reach someone who needs encouragement today. Comment, God sees my heart, if you believe He is still writing your story. And share this message with someone who feels forgotten, because God hasn't forgotten them.